Well, hello there, and welcome to Meaningful Moments with May, a space where we get to explore the inner world of growth, abundance, and transformation. And I'm your hostess, Mai Calev, and today we're going to dive into something truly beautiful: the power of positive psychology in personal growth. Positive psychology is not about pretending everything's perfect. It's about learning how to find meaning, gratitude, and possibility even when life isn't easy. It's the art of focusing on what strengthens us instead of what's limiting to us. You know, you've heard the expression, it's not how you weather the storm, but how you dance in the rain, right? Well, that's the concept of positive psychology in action. Let's chat about what positive psychology really is. At its core, it's the scientific study of what makes life worth living. Things like happiness, resilience, strengths, gratitude, and purpose. Traditional psychology often focuses on what's wrong, healing pain, treating disorders, and understanding traumas. Positive psychology complements that by focusing on what's right, on how we can build thriving, joyful, fulfilling lives. It doesn't ignore the struggles, it simply asks, how can we grow through it? What strengths can I use to rise again? Because personal growth doesn't happen when life is easy. It happens when we choose to see challenges through a lens of possibility. Sometimes people misunderstand positivity. They think it means ignoring pain or forcing a smile. But real positivity is deeper than that. It's rooted in awareness and choice. It's about saying, yes, this moment is hard, or yes, I'm hurting, but I'm still going to choose to see the good that exists alongside it. That choice doesn't deny the shadow, it integrates it. And that integration is where healing happens. Think of it like sunlight filtering through the clouds. You know, the clouds may not disappear, but the light still finds a way through. And that's what positive psychology teaches us, to focus on light without denying the dark. Research shows that our thoughts literally shape our brains. When we focus on gratitude, kindness, and optimism, we create new neural pathways in our brain, strengthening our ability to feel hope, joy, and connection. This isn't feel-good talk, it's neuroscience. The more we practice positive focus, the more naturally we notice opportunities instead of obstacles. And that's the essence of personal growth, training our minds to look for lessons, blessings, and possibilities, even in the messy parts of life. So ask yourself, what's one good thing I can notice today? What's one strength I can celebrate about myself? These small shifts create monumental changes over time. And here are 3 ways to integrate positive psychology into your everyday life. You can do gratitude journaling. Write down 3 things that you're grateful for each day, not just the big wins, but the quiet moments too. Gratitude shifts your energy towards appreciation and abundance. When I recommend doing this for my clients, I always ask them to find 3 different things every time they journal. I remember my husband staring at me one time while I was washing the dishes one evening. I was giving thanks for the beautiful meal that we had, and the beautiful plate I just got to eat this meal from, and the running water that was coming out of a faucet so that I could wash this dish. Now, it seems weird because not everybody has running water. I suppose I was there a good 10 minutes when he looked at me and he said, "Are you okay?" And I just looked at him with a smile and said, "Yes, I am. I am giving thanks and expressing gratitude." And it might sound odd to some of you, but the energy of genuine, deep gratitude shifts your attention to the abundance you already have in your life in so many ways. It shifts your energetic footprint from lack and limitation to all the blessings you have in your life. You can also practice strength spotting. Notice your strengths in action. When you handle a tough conversation with grace, or you show kindness when it's difficult, we've all been there, name it. Acknowledge it to yourself. You reinforce the belief that you are capable, resourceful, and growing. I usually use this one when I'm on a drive somewhere. Every time I get from point A to point B without frustration, I give myself a big pat on the back. And it makes the journey much nicer too. So you can learn to reframe challenges. When something feels heavy, ask, what might this be teaching me? What am I to learn from this experience? From whatever that experience may be. This question will transform struggle into curiosity and wisdom, and it will shift pain into purpose. Each of these practices help you expand your mindset from limitation to possibility, from reaction to intention. So let's take a moment to reflect. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Breathe it out slowly through your mouth like you're sipping on a straw. Now ask yourself gently, what would my life feel like or look like if I focused more on what's right? What if I trusted that growth is already happening, even when I can't see it? Positive psychology reminds us that we are never powerless. We always have a choice in what we focus on, what we nurture, where we place our energy, and what we believe is possible. Personal growth doesn't come from chasing perfection. It comes from noticing progress, from seeing how far you've come instead of how far you think you have to go. The power of positive psychology lies in its simplicity. It's not about denying your reality. It's about choosing a perspective that empowers you to grow through it, because every thought you nurture becomes a seed for the life you're creating. It isn't just about setting goals. It's about nurturing the inner soil from which those thought seeds can bloom. So I'm going to share with you the 5 core pillars of positive psychology that you can weave into your personal growth journey. This comes from the Seligman PERMA Plus model. P, positive emotions, gratitude, joy, love, inspiration. The energies attached to these emotions elevate your vibration and open your mind to the solutions that you might not have. You might not have seen them before because your brain was too overwhelmed with emotion. E, engagement. When you're fully present and immersed in what you're doing, you experience a state of flow, and this is the state where growth happens naturally. Sometimes ideas just pop up. R, relationships. Supportive connections are the foundation of well-being. Abundance multiplies in the presence of community. M, meaning. When your actions align with a bigger purpose, growth feels deeply fulfilling, not forced. A, accomplishment. Acknowledging progress, even small wins, reinforces your belief in what's possible. And celebrate all of your wins, big and small. So today, choose thoughts that lift you higher, actions that align with your joy, and beliefs that remind you of your own strength. Because the more you focus on what's thriving within you, the more abundance, peace, and purpose you'll attract into your life. Focus on your strengths, and you'll soon discover what a limitless light being you truly are. Thank you for sharing this meaningful moment with me today. If this episode has inspired you, please feel free to share it with someone who could use a little more light today. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so that others can find it. And remember, keep choosing joy, keep noticing the good, and keep growing with grace. Bye for now.